facility. It might be able to make some of this burn, but it's not going to be able to really take any of that out. But that will be some degree of respite, some degree of distraction for Lord to get his economy rolling. So nice. I like that maneuver on his part. Just pushing it in, trying to get done what he can. It looks like he's going to switch to Hydralisk, getting Hydralisk speed up. He's a lot of Hydralisk on the ground. So Hydrolurk attack, he's still only got that single gas. And having trouble to maintaining that gas. Hydrolurk, a very gas-heavy build. He needs to establish that second gas. There's that observatory. Some Dark Templar already in the back position in preparation. And more Lurkers and Hydralisks pushing up. So Lore doing a nice macro job to adjust. That probe is seeing that incoming. Looks like 2 cannons on the front door as well as a couple Zealots. One Lurker just kind of pushing around. And maybe he'll be able to get a contain all of a sudden on this swing. I did not expect David Kim to lose position here. Enough Hydralisks here. Enough Dark Templar running up. No Overlord to support, unfortunately. Lurkers backing up using those Hydralisks as bait. Able to get the cannon down. Detectors should be out momentarily. But again, with the cross position, only a single observer. That will be somewhat for David. He's got to take care of this Lurker first, honestly, before he loses his cybernetic core and his tech. Looks like instead he's going out towards the front door, and the Lurkers can continue to harass that secondary, kill a lot of probes. It looks like, yeah, that observer going to take care of these Overlords first. Will it be in time to save that cybernetics core and that Citadel of Adun, though, in the background? A single Zergling continuing to be annoying in the backfield. Lord just forcing David Kim to try to micro on a lot of places at once, and as a result, he's going to be able to take out the cybernetics core. Very nice. And also take out the Citadel of Adun, which Citadel of Adun doesn't really mean much at this stage, but it's nice to have that cybernetics core down. Again, it's not going to be too big a factor into this mid-games because that robotics facility is out, the starport is out, but that will stop, well, I guess you were not really going to see a big shift to tech otherwise. And still no weapons won, oddly enough, on that other edge. So kind of a Pyrrhic victory now that I think about it. That cybernetics core going down, Citadel of Adun going down, that really just stops Dragoons, which is really what he might have wanted to work against those Lurkers, but you can get High Templar to deal with them otherwise. Looks like he now has the speed upgrade with the Overlords. Still very nice having that probe out in that front position. Not a lot of Hydralisks once again. We'll see if Lore's still not capitalizing that on really by sending out Corsairs out into the field. He's still got that probe in that back position just to kind of get a good look. But Lore now established his second gas, not in a terrible position now, forcing David Kim to be a little bit more defensive. David Kim still has an economic edge, I would say. But pretty good, I would say, really good fight there by Lore. And Lore going up and going to push up and be aggressive once again. Unfortunately, he has some Dark Templar. It looks like they're going to pull an end around sneak all the way around for scouting. I don't think there's a backside entrance into the base, however. Looks like a single... Obs out of position. Might get picked off. Get it, Lore. Running up. It looks like he's going to be able to pick that off or at least push it out of position while the rest of the Lurkers try to establish a contain. Looks like, yeah, a drone was headed just there. David Kim missing that, actually. The Dark Templar just coming back to home base and not really paying attention. A couple of these Zerglings going to get picked off, most definitely. A couple Hydralisks as well. Maybe he's just keeping them hidden. Ooh, no, now they're running back. And then once this, just going to swing back around, try to take this drone out and stop that third expansion. Just going to be harassing. Basically, kind of doing the Protoss equivalent of what Lore did to him. Throw that Dark Templar in that backfield. Just be annoying with those. Force the detectors out in the field and force multitasking. Another drone going out. Lore getting greedy. He knows that David Kim's a little bit more pinned in. Looks like he got his cybernetics core back up. Or actually, he probably just built a couple... no, he's got his cybernetics core back up. I was thinking maybe he built some emergency Dragoons as that cybernetics core is going down. But Lore right now at a pretty bad supply disadvantage, but he is, if he can tech up and if he can hold David Kim for just a little while and somehow distract, maybe threaten between the main with a counterattack and that 3 o'clock or that 9 o'clock, or sorry, the 6 o'clock or that 9 o'clock, sacrifice one of them, keep the other one up. I like this going for both expansions at 2 locations. Essentially, David Kim has to go for one or the other. He can't go for both, and that's a big unit commitment either direction. And then he's putting down Sutton colonies on his main. So I like this tactical maneuver here. A lot of, it looks like the Zealots and the Dragoons now pushing out. Let's see what direction they head. Unfortunately, Lore needs to keep tabs on where this army is located to really be effective with that, to keep that army off balance. And it looks like what David Kim is in fact going to do is might just barrel down. No, he's not going to barrel down the front door. He's going to go to the 6 o'clock location first, keep it where it's close. And actually, no, he's setting up a contain. For a second there, I thought, yeah, he might barrel down the 6 o'clock, but it looks like he's going to go for a contain instead. Do some latent Psy Storms. Ooh, able to, and this is the other problem with that gas out there, is you can pull Psy Storms like that. Get 3 drones. Looks like the Scourge hunting those obs. So Lore playing the anti-detection game right now, wants to try to hunt those observers as best as he can and make sure his lurkers last as long as possible. David Kim taking another base of his own now that he has a degree of map control. And Lore a bit pinned in. We'll see what he's up to now. He does have that Spire up, and it looks like he's going to go for a Lurker drop. He's already got a lot of Zerglings, a lot of Lurkers as well. And we'll see what direction he decides to go with this. This could be very, very effective. It looks like he's going to go, to the back base, and David Kim's not really going to be able to defend this. The unfortunate thing, though, is once these troops are out here, it's going to be hard to funnel them back. And let's see if he's going to drop here. Is he going to drop? He could just drop a handful of troops to really stop this expansion going up. Let's see if David Kim reacts in time to pull his units back. And he's going to go right over. Dark Templar already in position. Needs to be very careful. If he can get back in this area and drop those Lurkers and spread them out pretty well, they will be very effective. Looks like a Corsair or probably an Overlord getting picked out there, and it looks like he's doing multiple drops at multiple locations. Very nice, going everywhere and just really abusing. Just testing David Kim's multitasking and able to get a couple lurks in the backfield. Looks like there's still some Zerglings that weren't being outloaded there, but able to do, he's going to be able to get a lot of damage done with this, completely emptying the secondary. It looks like a counter drop setting up, able to stop the expansion in the third base, and he's also able to establish that 9 o'clock in the meantime, although it looks like he's having a hard time working with that, so just because he's got an expansion of his own. The Observer and the Dragoons should be able to take care of these Lurkers. A little bit difficult, though, and it looks like they're going to back off and just be a little bit annoying, force a dropship to go out there. So nice, save those units for later. Still, I think he was thinking about taking that 6 o'clock, still hasn't taken it, though. Needs to focus a little bit on his economy at this stage. David Kim still just staying right on top of that macro management and staying fairly well ahead. Looks like he was able to trick some of those Dragoons through, and unfortunately they're being really dumb, one of them getting taken out. Dragoons are so stupid sometimes. 2 Dark Templar are starting to move back around. Let's see if some Scourge in position to deal with that. So maybe they'll be able to push up and do so. Another Dragoon getting taken out by that Lurker. That's the dumbest Dragoon army right there ever. The Dark Templar will be able to push back. Oh man, all the Overlord. No, okay, he does in fact see it. He is going to be able to get at least, he is going to be able to take that shuttle out. He is going to be able to take out those Dark Templar as well. And it looks like he's unloading some of those troops. Let's see if they manage to get any free drone kills in the meantime. The second Hydralisk force just kind of waiting. And David Kim swinging around. Looks like he's going to go for a big attack on the front door, just realizing that, well, there's 4 Sultan colonies here, but if he keeps loading up all of his troops for drops, he's not going to have a lot of support forces on the front door. Pushing in now, seeing all those units in the back of his base. He's got weapons 1, which I think no Carapace 1 on the opposite end, so at least has that advantage. But after seeing those 4 Sultan colonies, it looks like he's going to back out, which I guess, he didn't really need to commit to that attack, but just establishing a little bit. Lore still has some troops in the backfield, not a lot. A couple Zerglings, a couple Lurkers, it looks like otherwise, but now swinging back around to the 6 o'clock position. Sultan colony's not quite up, only 1 Sultan colony at position right there. Unfortunately, without taking the 6 o'clock as well, there's no way that Lore can really defend this. He's going to end up losing this gas as well. Canceling it, and he really doesn't have the troops to get to that support position. A lot of High Templar here, though. If Lore can hop on top of it and take some of them out, it looks like he is going to be able to take a lot of them out. Another expansion going up from David Kim, so David Kim just playing the economics game at this stage. Psystorm going off over a lot of these Zerglings, but very nice. So Lore's still with it, and it looks like he's going to go push up with another drop. Keep in mind, David Kim now out of position, so as long as he doesn't drop right on top of these cannons, he will be okay. Just goes the full end around. Unfortunately, a probe there going to spot it. Let's see if David Kim can get his troops back in time. It's going to be fairly close, and a lot is going to depend on this drop. This is huge. This is Lore's last chance, basically. Without having that third gas, without being able to establish that 6 o'clock, without having map control up to this stage, he is essentially focusing a lot on this attack, sending all of his Zerglings right here. This is the all-in push attack, and it looks like he's backing off with those Hydralisks in position. Unfortunately, not able to execute the drop, and it looks like still not taking that 6 o'clock. And this is going to be it for him. Otherwise, he's just going to get economically starved out. And David Kim, he has this additional expansion up that looks like it's just swinging back around. And looks like Lore actually not committing to that attack, not able to get anything down. Now taking the 6 o'clock. But again, I don't think he has the troops to with these Overlords pushing around the map. I don't know that he can really defend it. It looks like the Dragoon's now starting to push off. Let's see if Weapons 2 is actually being upgraded around here. Unfortunately, Lore is just going to get steadily starved off. If he can hold the 6 o'clock, he'll be okay, but that's the question. If he can hold that 6 o'clock. David Kim already transitioning. It looks like he's already headed that direction. He knows this is going to be a starvation game. Otherwise, he has a significant troop advantage. Overlords still looks like they're moving across the field, unfortunately, and getting dumped right on that front line. Need to be careful a little bit here, because now starting to push in that attack. They weren't very well gathered up. And nice Psystorm on a lot of those Hydralisks, but just not a lot of attack forces on the ground, and doesn't even need detection. He can just start taking out, so much Psystorm. Take out a lot of these lurkers right as they're burrowing with that Psystorm. It looks like there is an observer gathering up right now, and now David Kim just has overwhelming forces. He can just press right in and just shove right into this Snatchel secondary, and with this amount of Dragoons, even though Sunken Colonies are not going to be able to stop him, now ouch, in the red, Lore in the red, just getting starved out over the long run, not able to establish that 9 or that 6. I think if you just put down that 6 a little bit earlier, he would have been absolutely golden, and that's weird. Blue Zerglings, because they're eliminated. But anyway, it was a great series. Congratulations to David Kim advancing to the finals. I'm going to have those matches up next. And special thanks, Lord coming all the way down. I really enjoyed these games altogether. Hope you guys enjoyed them as well. Thanks for listening.